So, I wanted to do a video on my Speedmaster. This is a vintage Speedmaster, or what people might call neo-vintage, because it's not super old, but it's 90s basically. And the reference is 3590.50. And I had a bit of an interesting story how I got to this one, because I started off, well, I really wanted the modern Speedmaster, the 3861, because I thought it was really nice looking watch. And I couldn't afford it, it's too expensive. So then I decided to buy a Pagani design homage one. And I had a bit of fun with that, but then I kind of realized that it was a bit, I don't know, I just didn't like it. And I was looking at pictures of a real one, and I just thought the Pagani just didn't look quite right, didn't like it. So I sold that, got rid of it. And then what did I do next? The next chapter in my story of my Speedmaster story is I found this. I found this on the floor at Glastonbury Festival. This is a MoonSwatch. I found this in a pile of wood chippings, and it had been trampled into the ground, and it didn't have a strap on it. You can see how terrible the damage is on this thing. Look at the crown there. And when I found it, the crystal was so beat up and bashed up and dented. I polished it and polished it and polished it, and you can see it's still kind of cloudy, and I cannot get it clear. And I'm not sure. I took it to the Swatch shop because I heard that they polish it, and the woman there just had no idea what she was doing and made it worse. Anyway, I've tried with this thing. I've eventually given up. I think it's me. I'm not sure if it's the watch. I'm trying to work out if this is a real one or a fake one. I think it's actually real. Oh, the battery's dead on it. The battery's dead. The reason this has come off is because I had it sitting on a bed of Rodico as I furiously polished this, and the heat must have generated enough friction to pull this off. But anyway, I did then after this. So, oh yeah, and also the strap on this one is real. It's a real strap. It's from the Swatch shop. It was 20 quid for the strap. So this was free on the floor at Glastonbury in a pile of wood chippings. I really like it. It's cool. Let's check it out next to the real deal. Now, the real difference in these Swatch ones is that they're thinner, I think. At least they feel, yeah, they're thinner. They feel thinner on the wrist. Now, that's the downside to the real deal, is it is quite a big watch. It's quite a thick watch. Maybe the modern one's a bit thinner. I really don't know. But it is kind of thick, but it's not too big. People say it's a 42, which it is technically with this guard on the side, but actually the bezel itself is 40. So it doesn't look massive if you were interested in buying one. So then after I found this guy on the floor, I then, for some reason out of interest, bought this absolute honker from, this is fake. This is a fake one. This is a legitimate fake. You can kind of see a legit fake. You can see proportionally, it just doesn't look as good. Like this one looks way better proportionally. The lighting's not very good in here. Anyway, this is a really ugly fake. This was like 15 quid or something like that. Hey, it's still got the battery in it. But you can tell immediately this one is light as a feather. This one's a little bit heavier and just feels more substantial. So then I got those two, and I don't wear either of them really. Like this one's ugly. Like it just looks hideous. Is the bezel quite thick on it or something? I don't know, whatever. So then I went and bought another fake one, which I don't have. Another fake. It was like a steel one of these. It was kind of a fake of this, and it looked awful. It was so bad, but I bought it because I didn't want to spend the money on this. The fake one was about 60 quid, and I just bought it to put it on my wrist and see what it was like, and it was really ugly and horrible. And I got rid of that. And then I bought my first Omega Speedmaster, but I didn't buy this one. I bought a Speedmaster Reduced because they're way cheaper. And I thought, I could get a Speedmaster Reduced. They're really, really small. And they're cheap. And this one, as I said, is a 42. I think the Reduced is a 39, 38. Anyway, that arrived, got it from Japan, and I put it on and I thought, it's too small. The Speedmaster Reduced was just far too small. I just didn't like it. So I sold that. And then after like a while of deliberating, I eventually went for it and bought this thing. And this is a 3590.50, as I said earlier. It's Hesselite. It's from 1993. And the reason I went for this one is because of this bad boy bracelet. I love this bracelet. I think it is just such a flipping killer bracelet. It's not like that ugly, chunky, nasty thing you get on the 2000 Speedmasters. This is a much better bracelet. I think it's... Can I fit my wrist in the shot? Let's have a look. Got a really crappy tripod on right now. But yeah, I love the way this looks on my wrist. I love this old folded clasp. I really like that. And it was from Japan. And you can see all the paint in the writing's worn off. There is a way to get that back in. I've tried and I've failed miserably. This is a 1993 model. And it doesn't have the stepped dial. So it doesn't have the kind of the little vertical drop on the edge of the dial. So it doesn't have that. And also the sub-dials have a proper vertical drop on them, you can see. So this is a very slightly different dial to the other one. So this one's kind of cheaper. This specific model is quite an affordable one compared to the others. So if anyone's looking for a really nice, affordable Speedmaster, I would definitely recommend looking into this bad boy. Now I've just bought a new phone and I'm filming in 4K 60 FPS, which I'm really pleased with. It looks sick. But check it out. Look what I can do. I can change to the super sick, whatever you call it, close up, macro-y kind of camera. You can see there's loads of chips in the crystal because I wear this thing a lot. And I don't really baby it. And you can also see, just in the middle of the hand stack, the Omega logo. Can you see that? It looks awesome. So that's on the underside of the Hesselite. Hesselite is kind of Omega's recipe of plexiglass or acrylic. And that Omega symbol is beautiful. So no matter how many times you polish it, you won't get rid of the Omega symbol. Actually, interestingly enough, I'm pretty sure you have an S on the inside of this. There you go. Just about made that out. It's bloody hard to see because the crystal's so buggered. I wonder if it's on the crappy fake. Oh, there it is, but it's really big. That's funny. Wow, look at that. It's a big S. It's amazing they put it on that terrible fake watch. There it is. I wonder if that's real. I don't know. Anyway, back to this guy. So you can see the thing I love about this one is the tritium loom on that minute hand is all chipping and falling out, which I think is really interesting. I love that. And you can see on the chronograph hand in the middle, the loom is chipping away as well. And I've thought about sending this to Omega for a service one day, but I'd be worried they'd change the hands, and I really wouldn't like that. God, that's a terrible chip in the crystal there. I really wouldn't want them to change anything on this. But so I haven't. And another reason why I haven't is because buying watches from Japan is a really good idea, right? Because their standard of condition is far different to ours. If they say something's average, that's kind of like saying, that's like our good. When I say our, I mean the West, America and the UK, where I'm from. And if they say it's average, it's usually very, very good. And if they say something's perfect, it means mint. So you're usually going to get a really good condition watch for the price if you're buying from Japan. Watches are cheaper when buying from Japan. However, you will get hit by a hefty import tax, which I did on this. Ouchie, it stung. Ouchie wawa. And yeah, so just be aware of that. But sometimes it can work out. This one had a hefty import tax, but it kind of worked out because buying this in the UK, I probably would have paid a similar price, but with this, the condition was good when I got it. It had been serviced because I got it from a reputable dealer on Chrono24, and it had been pressure tested and sealed. So it was ready to rock. And the timekeeping on this thing is brilliant. It's so good. Keeps really, really good time, and it will do probably for the next 5 years. And then I might send it to Omega, but I really don't know, should I? If anyone's watching and they have, drop me a comment. I'd be interested to know, what it's like. Can I tell them to not change the hands? Should I change the hands? I don't know, all of this stuff. But this Speedmaster is such a good everyday watch. It's really, really well made, keeps brilliant time. It's ultra legible. Ultra legible. Like, that was the one thing I hated about this guy, is that those hands just get lost in the dial. And it takes me a minute to kind of work out the time. With this thing, bam. Because it's a matte dial with matte hands and there's no glossiness. It's just so easy to read. It's a gorgeous watch. Yeah. And it's got the 861 movement inside. I have had a look in there. It looks great. This one has, is it rhodium bridges and they're plated in gold, or is it brass bridges? Anyway, the bridges are gold and they look awesome. Where I think later Speedmasters, they're plated in, I can't remember, copper or something. Anyway, the movement on this thing's flipping fantastic looking. So anyway, that's just my owner's review of a Speedmaster 3590.50. They're brilliant watches. If somebody wants a one and done watch, you're never going to go wrong with one of these. The only thing that lets it down is the water resistance, which is 50 meters. I think it's 50 meters. And this has been pressure tested by the people who sold it to me, but I've never taken it in a swimming pool. But I have, gone in the shower with it and stuff, and I've had no issues. But I maybe take it in the pool one day, but to be honest, I'm not sure if I fancy it. Anyway, drop a comment. Tell me what you think of this watch. Tell me if you got one or if you're looking to buy one.